everybody's held accountable to the laws of physics, right? So when you understand the laws of physics and you obey the laws of physics, then you're honoring the gift of life given to you by an infinite essence for an eternal existence through faithfully loving one another. Physics doesn't negate religion. Physics just eliminates mythology and helps you understand religion better, because life's eternal grace is infinite, and the most faithful forms of communication in the entire world are the sources of religion, myself and Jesus and David and Daniel and Muhammad and others. And that's why we all communicate and we all talk. That's why Jesus focuses me on Haile Selassie, Sun Yat-sen, Judah Krishnamurti, Titiro Suzuki. So we're dealing with people, world, it's global, because God is omnipotent, and faith is perfect and cannot be corrupted by selfishness. So that's what's happening. That's what's happening. I'm deep cleaning everything. I'm getting the little wipes, and we're wiping up all the sticky dust things with the grease or whatever else is on it, or whenever, however, I don't know. We're just deep cleaning the crud out of this place today to help my breathing, because we do have a lot of stuff in the atmosphere, pollution coupled on top of a fire, coupled on top of this, it's kind of uncomfortable. So I'm going through, and then I'll probably wash down the house tonight or tomorrow morning, probably tonight, and we'll just keep on top of it. Just keep on top of what's going on. Survive, stop, eliminate, abuse, recover, share, care, give according to need, built to last. If you're not interested in living the Lord's Prayer to deliver us from evil and sustain it with still waters, green pastures, and Cherokee, then I can't help your ass. And this has nothing to do with people that have taken Jesus and turned him into the head of the murdering, nuclear weapon bombing, killer gun club. Because applications of physics of the Lord's Prayer applies to everybody, not just to the assholes who say Jesus is my war god. Let's kill everybody and make lots of money. And if you think that I would bomb clean water processing plants to get oil from people, to sell phones, to fuck people in the head over money, you're just batshit fucking crazy. God bless America. Okay. Reflect the blessing of the life from God. Okay. Don't see yourself as a tribe. See yourself as a human being given life by God. One big dirt clod by one big body of water, which is a beautiful dirt clod with lots of beautiful things. Grizzly bears. What's this thing of Joe Rogan? With that, I think it's a dude from American Idol, and he went up to BC and went fishing with a bunch of drunks in a helicopter, and they kept trying to get out in front of the grizzlies. It's like, no, they're everywhere, and it's dangerous. It's like, well, don't go fishing there. Well, it's dangerous. You got a lot of money to go with a bunch of drunks because you're rich in a helicopter and go drunk fishing around grizzly bears. That's just fucking crazy, right? There's a bunch of grizzly bears. Don't fish there. You're not going to be able to swim. First, you pick it up, put it in the bag, boom, boom. It's the way you stuff. It's a lot of fun, boom, boom. So if it's a very remote area where the grizzlies hang out, stay the fuck away from there. It's like those assholes in the KKK at Cruises High. It was like, why are you even in the barrio? You're sorry, drunk, tribal ass and shit like that. Macho bullshit is macho bullshit, whether it comes in a cowboy, a vaquero, or a cowboy. Yeah. One out of every 5 black American cowboys in the American West was a free slave. Okay, so it's cowboy or a vaquero, or both, whatever. Who cares? Okay. A drunk asshole who will shoot somebody for snoring so loud is always a drunk asshole who will shoot you, and we got to put an end to that, right? Forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful peace, right? And then when you're sleeping, if everybody's like, oh man, he's snoring loud. Okay, well, we got to work that something out, so people can have their own private domiciles to sleep instead of sleeping in a camp, working for a mass murderer who owns a ranch, who will kill native people because they took one of his cows, and he's got 10,000 cows and no common sense and no ways of King Solomon or King David in his entire little loin sack. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Earl don't play. Okay. And this isn't a thing, where I'm supposed to target the Mormon Church and the Vatican and all those people who say God. All right. Just because people don't say God. Okay, Lord's Prayer is perfect in applied physics. Okay, does it apply in physics? Well, then that's scientifically perfect. Do it. And if you can't do that, I can't keep you safe from the other wackadoodles that you're trying to get the technology to kill because they've turned it all into mythology, right? They're assholes. I didn't see it, man. I'm like, what the fuck? I did see it, but I tried to talk them out of it. I'm like, this is bullshit. You can't play word games with truth. You can't play God with science. They try. I know. But I try. No religion, modern love. They're like, fuck, they're assholes. Yeah, they're huge assholes. Okay. You don't think so, because you think, because they tell you they love their spouse, they love their parents, they love their kids, Like the asshole who's marrying El Paso. I feel sorry for my parents. Your parents taught you and your brother to be who you are. Why do you feel sorry for your parents? Tell your parents, stand up for the Lord's Prayer. Or I might have to come to the house and grab you by the balls and squeeze real hard till you stop teaching people to accept money as raping as a job to rape girls to death in Mexico. Fuck, I suck. Why am I the mayor of El Paso? Because you're an idiot. Okay. And so are your parents. So is your brother. Okay. Just like Barack Obama and his brother. I got lots of money from Donald Trump. I support him. Yeah. And killing the girls in El Paso during COVID if nobody wants to pay to have sex with them. It's because they got bad brain activity according to your science projects. I hate you fucking assholes. Some are just past the point of no return. And why'd we get there? Because they wouldn't stand up for the Lord's Prayer year one and every subsequent year since. Okay. Just compound the interest of the sin, right? Forgive them 7 times upon infinity. So as soon as I'm afraid to say, let's make up and all's forgiven, something tells me we're heading for heartache. So lady, please tell me now that this time when I fulfill your needs, you won't up and leave me, even though I know I'll let you come back. Well, life's eternal and grace is infinite. Are you really ready for love? Or I was born ready for love. You guys are just fuckers and talk about love, but fucking is what you call love, and that's not love to me because I'm intelligent, right? So, fuck you and your little dog too. Hey, still love you, but don't want to be fucked by you or fuck with you. I've been getting a lot of visions in my head. I was playing my video game with Amy and trying to convince her, I really enjoyed just being with you. Yeah. Okay. No. Okay. I don't need to have sex with someone hotter than you. You were hot enough for me? You were fine. And she still befuddled by that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. Well, she felt, she knew the women that came on to me and offered me. It was like, no, I couldn't. She was too materialistic. She was too that. She was, and, it's interesting, but it's weird how people are. They're very strange to me, that they actually see, competition over money is success, and that's their reality. And you're like, okay, and you believe in Jesus Christ, right? Okay. You believe in science. Doesn't matter if you believe in science or if you believe in Jesus Christ. Okay? If you believe money's real and competition to the death is reality, you're both insane. And it's equally insane. It's Pinky in the brain. There they is. Right? Motherfuckers. Oh, they're schizophrenics. One day they're Pinky, the next day they're brain. It's just the way they is. Okay, if I don't get a lot of oil out of you, I'm going to cut off all the water supply to your children. That is sick. Tell my family, you guys voted for him, and I asked you to stand up for me with the Lord's Prayer. Okay, Jesus is watching, you dumb assholes. They're assholes, Ralph. Thank you, Jesus. I love you too. He's the one who yelled it at me. Bullshit, Earl. So he really, really, really just, lets me know that, these people are full of shit. They have the testimony of me on their lips, but not on their hearts, because it's not the real testimony of me. It's a book written down by a corporation that mass murders in the name of God for tribalism. Everybody understands that Italians, are not Hebrews. And when the Italians came to mass murder off the Hebrews to stop their dominance through genocidal warfare and tribalism and stuff like that, they set out to eradicate them off the face of the planet. Okay, people without a knowledge and a history are like a tree without root, dead inside and fall for anything. Right, so you're a piece of paper with things written on it that say, he signed your bill, now you're a law, right? And you know that. And I can take Romans and turn them into better Hebrews than Hebrews, but obviously they can take Hebrews and turn them into better Romans than Romans. Benjamin Netanyahu. Okay. Golda Meir. Okay. The 6 Day War. They've been turning Hebrews into better Romans than Romans for how long has this been going on? Why do you think my grandma migrated away to here for my mom to get to the place where the little boy needed to be? Oh, good, look at those wonderful temperatures coming up. Okay. We won't have to be using the air conditioner there much. That's nice. Thanks, Doc. Thanks, Dopper Dave. Okay. All your friends with the fancy persuasion won't admit that it's part of a scheme. But I can't help but have my suspicion, 'cause I ain't quite as dumb as I seem. Oh, you says you was never intended to break up our scene this way. But there ain't any use in pretending. It could happen to us any day. I don't write songs. I just sing them because they're fun. Why do I need to write songs for money? I'm not an idiot. Carol. I'm not saying all people that write songs for money. Some they was just trying to get themselves out of debt, yo, because they don't have the strength and the courage to stand up before Earl to stop debt and trespass. I understand that. I've understood that for Jesus. They're okay. I'm on it, Jesus. He's been telling me this since the time I was a little boy. The time I was about 8 or 9 years old. Jesus, that's the scary. Earl, you ain't gonna be a little kid forever. You're gonna do this. You're the man who's going to stop you're gonna redeem the gospel, stop debt and trespass, correct technology, and stop threats of nuclear annihilation. Because the nuclear weapons, what? Okay. Nuclear weapons. Just look at nuclear weapons as raping dogs. Okay. Well, we need a guy to rape dogs. Because we don't have a guy to rape dogs. The other people that have guys that rape dogs will rape all our dogs. Okay, you don't need to rape dogs. Okay, then you don't need nuclear weapons. Right. But if somebody comes with nuclear weapons to rape dogs and kill us all, how are they going to inhabit the planet? You've been watching too much Star Trek. Gene Roddenberry's dick is in your head firmly, Deputy Dewey. Oh, what a scary movie, yeah. Have faith in God. Life's eternal and grace is infinite. Laws are provided to sustain lives through holy covenants, through faithfully loving each other, through eternity. What the hell's wrong with you? Oh, tell all those fuckers in Apache helicopters, you fuckers suck. You're pathetic. This is a statute given to us by the French to empty out their prisons and send us all their criminals. Yeah. So they'd have enough mass murderers to take care of World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, so on, so forth. Just, more. How do you fuck it? How do you like it? How can you like killing people for a paycheck because it makes you feel good? You're a bitch. I shouldn't say that. Why? Because Luna was a good girl dog. They're acting like dogs. In heat. Yeah, they're acting like animals. Okay, I guess I should say that. Well, because dogs will eat you if you don't domesticate them. And Luna killed Yoshi when Charlie came in the house. So, she's a good dog, but she acts like a dog. And you're a human being, you're not a fucking dog. So don't kill the coon cat because you're having a dick measuring contest, even though you females are worse than guys. Oh, yeah, they are. Cats and dogs, and they are, yeah. Guys can get like a pecking order and go, okay, I'm going to fuck with him. And then they can live together and cohabitate for years. Oh, yeah. Girls, no. When Moy trained Spicer and Pebbles, and Betsy's, I don't want to fight, y'all just kick your all asses, right? Sly, he had his issues, but they got along tolerably. I told Dad that he's thinking about getting another. So if you get another cat, you better make sure it's a boy. And that we have him, fixed. And then so he won't be trying to hump Betsy all the time. Betsy won't have to knock him out. It was so funny. I never filmed it on the camera. I was like, what is he doing? Why does he do that? He'd come up behind her. Hey, how are you? What kind of cow? I thought you were the blonde. And she'd knock him out. Boom. Just like, and he'd fall down, get up, dust himself off, and come right back. Come on, honey. You're a female. I'm a male. Do it. And it's like, no, it's she fixed. Okay. It was funny, though. It was hilarious. I was wondering, what the hell's wrong with him? It's like, Earl. Oh, gym class, and okay, Shelly Kinnison, Miss Horseman in coach's pants, and okay, I get it, right? Yeah, you're acting like a dog, Parsons. Does that make you a dog? Well, he's acting like a cat. Well, dogs and cats act alike. That's true. When it comes to sex, yes. Female, male, hey, maybe, it's cows. Oh, right, home on the range. Your saddle's going to reek. It already does. Got a nervous bladder. Your bladder's not going to work as well as it should if you're being chemically poisoned by assholes in Apache helicopters. In a helicopter, I'm as happy as a tornado in a trailer park. I go ride in a helicopter. Guys. Okay. Every time you open your mouth for money, you show your ancestors and descendants just how fucked and stupid you are. Okay? Roman holidays. Okay? I'm telling you, if you're willing to listen, you watch these anonymously, I can reach into this phone and make you a better Hebrew than Benjamin Netanyahu. That's not hard. That's pretty easy. Okay, but do you understand? If I see it, freaking didn't trespass stuff on surface base. I don't want to kill Palestinians. I don't want to kill Palestinians. I don't want to kill Palestinians. I don't work for scientists for genocidal operations to maintain the surplus population because I've been screwed. He's been screwed. Yeah, definitely. Bill Murray, you want to be a Hebrew? No. You want to sell hot dogs, racks, and practice, call it kosher? You want to sell Kadeem wrapped in plastic and call it halal? Okay. Asshole. Okay. That didn't get lost in translation now, didn't it? Hey. Okay. Suzuki says, hey, go fuck off on a motorcycle if you can't show up, Space Jammer. Okay. Sue for money. Yeah, fuck you. You're a boy named Sue? You need to get your ass kicked. I should have named you Sue a long-ass motherfucking Michael Jordan time ago. I'd have whooped his ass on the basketball court. He cried. I've been like, I'm going to retire, Mike. You can go win some championships now. Yeah, you see my wife? She's gorgeous. Yeah. She loves me. She loves me. What if it was Raquel? She looks like Ella Fitzgerald, and she's gorgeous. But she acts tribal and bitchy. And not if she's making love with me long enough, and I'm getting left alone by scientists. But that's another time and another place. Do you remember it, babe? There's a radio played like a carnival tune. That's like me with Sephora. That's like me with Mary Magdalene. That's like me with, a long time ago when the earth was green. There was all kinds of elephants like you'd never seen. And then the donkeys came along, and they all started fighting over who was going to be. Here comes the eagle. Here comes the deer. They're fighting to control the lion's dominion. They're animals. You're not an animal. You're a human being. Okay. Stop acting like a bunch of animals. Marcus Garvey was full of shit and still is. Well, life's eternal and grace is infinite. He never stood up once and said we should live the Lord's Prayer because Haile Selassie's love is perfect. Now your daddy, Nesta. Okay. What's wealth? My family. Money doesn't make you wealthy. It's just what you have to pay the devil to live here. Money can't save you, kid. Okay? Haile Selassie is the chapel. He's the only king of kings that he knew of. I guess he didn't know about Jiddu Krishnamurti is the chapel. So is Sun Yat-sen, who they murdered before we even knew who he was, and Tiro Suzuki. Yeah, he's the swordsman of Japan. He believes in the same faith as Jesus Christ. Okay. He didn't have to study the book. He just had to read it, then connect in prayer and go, bam, thank you, Jesus. Okay, I'll work with Earl. I'll help him out. You can trust in me. He's the best. He's the best. He's a beautiful human being. Sun Yat-sen sat there and told me in prayer, no, talk to this guy. Okay, I will. Yeah, Ken Watanabe sure screwed me up for DT Suzuki. I expected him to be like that. Then I get DT Suzuki and it's like, oh, he is radically different. This is my dog, man. This is my dog. I love this guy. He's very patient, very intelligent, very kind, very loving. His life was very brutal and abused by terrible people. By the time you saw him in oil, the fact that he could still smile was just like amazing. If all the people that the people in the government and and the purists did to him, it was horrible. He is one of the bravest, most beautiful people in the world. All the people that stood by and supported him to help me out, to get me through this hell, that were murdered by tribalistic people, knew that, if we don't support Earl, we're going to end up giving in to these kind of assholes that will murder children that believe Jesus Christ is Lord and that they're not going to worship them as divine enlightened despots. You don't worship people, you worship God. Anybody, I catch you trying to worship me, I'll kick you in the ding-ding so hard. What? Ain't no God, dumbass. You're a dumbass. Right, so, okay. All these people on TV, it's recording old Entertainment Tonight. All these people on TV doing fucked up shit for money and don't even see it coming. No, they don't see it coming at all. No. We're post-apocalypse since January 22nd, 2013, guys. I had done everything necessary to redeem the Gospels and fulfill all their rabbinic documents. Any of the stuff they're doing now, they're just doing hash, and rehash to keep you all murdering over, hey, man, I think these brownies got hash. Mushy, mushy. Remember that one with Jackson? That shit was funny. And Ron Glass? Yeah, it was funny. Oh, that was back when I was young and I was dumb. I'm not dumb anymore, and I don't wish I was dumb again. Yeah. That was horrible what Cristiano Ronaldo did to that guy in the crowd wearing the little shirt. You don't look like me. You're ugly. I'm like, wow. You should walk up and say, man, we do kind of look alike, dude. You're a handsome fellow. Okay, nice meeting you. I hope you're as classy, kind, and protecting of women from egotistical bullshit as I am. I hope so. Because if you're going to look like me, you better be as gorgeous as me. If you look like Son of Man, people say he's crazy, but his brains, you better not be shallow, and you better not be mean to women. You better not sodomize them for wrecking the car. I will kick your ass so fucking hard. Don't pray to Jesus as God, because David Rockefeller set it up to where I can see everything David Rockefeller sees when you sign off on a contract through your social media networks and all your devices that keep you and your money and your insurance money safe. You fucked. I have more extensive access to information. Jesus doesn't want to see it. He told you to live the Lord's Prayer and honor and love him as if he were me. And you ain't doing that. Oh, Jesus talks me through and helps me through. You ready to see this? No. Because he knew. He's in the future. Okay. He already knew it was going to happen. Yeah. When's it all going to change? I'm going to tell him. Why? Free will. Oh, Jesus Christ is Lord. Right. Free will. There you go. Okay. We're not dictators and we're not mass murderers. We have to get this technology to reflect us and not the dictators and murderers. Okay. It's really hard correcting your fucked up murdering, violent sex cult, brain chemical addicted technology, you fucking assholes. You can see the future? Yeah, make a movie about AI keeping you safe from living the Lord's Prayer one more fucking time. And see, don't even enjoy how can you possibly enjoy your brain chemical addiction on Entertainment Tonight and the nightly news right now? How can you enjoy that shit? Dressing up in designer clothes made by fucking hoes that don't want to live the Lord's Prayer because they like selling people clothes at ridiculous prices that get girls raped to death in brothels and little boys sodomized. Well, maybe they deserve it. Okay, nobody deserves to be raped or sodomized over money because it makes other people feel like they're powerful. That's disgusting. Okay, don't you ever think that way. Okay, you deserve to be pointed out as disgusting and then have it explained to you beyond any reasonable doubts by the living Messiah. Me. You understand, asshole? I got your Captain Marvel here, right here, yeah. You're going to marvel about how me, yo no soy aminero. Yo no soy aminero, soy capitán, soy capitán, soy capitán. You got to have a little bit of grace if you're going to La Bamba with me, yeah? Okay, ba ba bamba. Okay, you got all these fools sitting here doing music videos and dancing around in parking garages for money and running around in parking garages. Coming up, Leon Rhymes feels the pain. Oh well, stand up for the Lord's Prayer, Leon. Okay, baby girl. I got to get my tooth taken care of too because they tried to rot mine out with chemical poisoning because I was trying to save children from being in brothels in Mexico all by myself. And then Jim Caviezel and Mel Gibson and what's that other fool's name? Mark Wahlberg tried to come and say, we like Earl. What do you mean? You like me or you think you're like me? You're not standing up for the Lord's Prayer, so you don't like me and you're nothing like me. Okay. Shut up, shitting rabbit. Here, go have some lightning bolts come here. Yes, it's going to set your Air Force paperwork on fire. You know that, right? Liar, liar, pants on fire. Motherfucker, don't be doing that shit around. I'm going to kick your ass. I'm going to kick your ass. I'm going to keep kicking your ass until you stand up for the Lord's Prayer. I'm going to pick up this phone and anonymously kick your ass. I kicked the Apache out of your helicopter, bitch. I kicked the statue out of your liberty, bitch. Okay? Do not render unto God any graven image. I kicked the statue out of your liberty. I kicked the Apache out of your helicopter. Don't you try to say Cochise runs around and participates in destroying children's water to get oil to make cell phones to puck people in the hall sideways with your TikToks. Ching ching, ching ching. Earl's the best. Earl's the best. Earl's the best. Fuck the rest that think they're the best and they fuck for money, they kill for money, they fight for money, they pathetic, and they write on a little plastic screen in your house going, hey! And God told you to do this? And God sanctions all this, and this is the manifest destiny of your trail of tears, your long walk, and your middle passage. Exodus, movement of Jah people, give us another brother Moses. Gonna cross the Red Sea. All I have to do is, like it says in the book of Revelation, just it goes up to the sky, comes back down to your hand, and I'm the redemption man. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free ourselves from trim fire. They all liars, and they'll kill you with doses of medication to make you think that you're comfortably numb and happy, fucking to death and killing over money. Yeah. If you don't understand Blaise Pascal's triangle, you just don't know how to think straight. So I'll do it for you. So I'll fix all your artificial general intelligence and your quantum computing so you no longer have to litigate. I'd make a horrible litigator. I don't believe in their make-believe laws. I believe in God. I make an excellent Lord of Lords and Kings of Kings. Grace's Good Shepherd right here. He's gorgeous. I know. Okay, guys. I'll talk to you later. Like me and Dad said about Muhammad Ali, you know, sometimes you got to be a self-promoter. If no one will promote the truth with you, you've got to be the proof of the truth all by yourself. But I'm all right with doing that because if I can when I fix your technology, you ain't going to have shit to fuck with. Or fuck to shit with, whatever you do, you think you do better. All right, I got this. Experience Amazing and Lexus, fuck them. They're lying, murdering assholes. Okay, love each other. Forgive debt and trespass, eternal faithful peace. Be kind, be caring, be courageous, like me. I'm gorgeous. Hop sing to it. Okay, guys, I love you.